What if fossil fuels, once considered the power treasures of many countries, gradually become obsolete? Meanwhile, Elon Musk is leading a clean energy revolution with bold ideas that can completely change the economic order and world power. But on the opposite side, Russia and President Putin are still clinging to the role of a fossil fuel superpower. Who will win in this silent confrontation? Join me in exploring the truth behind the global energy race and its unpredictable impacts. If you are interested in sustainable futures, strategic competitions, and world-changing visions, don't take your eyes off this video. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on in-depth analysis in the next videos. Let's get started. Climate change, the 21st century's survival challenge. As the world enters the 21st century, climate change has become the most serious threat to human existence. From melting ice caps, increasing natural disasters, to increasingly severe storms and droughts, our living environment is changing for the worse. In this context, the urgent question for the world is how to transition to a sustainable energy model to limit greenhouse gas emissions and protect the planet. In this challenging context, two opposing visions have emerged. Elon Musk, founder of Tesla, believes that renewable energy is the key to the future, while Vladimir Putin, representing Russia, a country heavily dependent on oil and gas, still defends the traditional fossil fuel model. The clash between these two visions is quietly reshaping the world. Russia and the fossil fuel trap. Russia has long been known as an energy superpower thanks to its vast oil and gas resources. These resources not only bring in hundreds of billions of dollars each year, but also become a powerful tool for Russia to influence the international arena. Europe, a cold region that needs large amounts of gas for heating, has been a loyal customer of Russia. President Putin's administration has repeatedly used energy as a geopolitical weapon, from cutting off supplies to threatening opposing countries. However, this position is also like Russia's Achilles heel. When oil and gas prices fell, the Russian economy fell into crisis, easily vulnerable to sanctions from the West. In particular, since the Ukraine crisis in 2014, Russia has had difficulty accessing international technology and capital to upgrade its energy infrastructure. Russia's heavy dependence on fossil fuels puts it at risk of falling behind if the world continues to accelerate the transition to clean energy. Elon Musk and the renewable energy revolution. While Russia is still stuck with the old energy model, Elon Musk is pioneering a new era for renewable energy. With Tesla, Musk has not only produced electric cars but also completely changed the world's perception of sustainable transportation. Tesla cars are no longer a niche product but have become a global symbol of modernity and environmental friendliness. Each electric car on the road is a step forward in reducing greenhouse gas emissions, sending a strong message about the gradual decline of fossil fuels. Musk has not stopped there, but also developed other renewable energy companies such as SolarCity, bringing solar energy technology and Powerwall battery storage systems to consumers. This allows millions of families and businesses to be energy independent, reducing their dependence on national grids. Musk's success lies not only in technology but also in his ability to change global perceptions. Countries from the US to Europe to China are racing to invest in clean energy to gain an edge in global economic competition. Thanks to Musk's groundbreaking vision, the balance of power is gradually shifting away from fossil fuel-dependent countries like Russia. Geopolitical earthquake. When renewable energy threatens Russia's position, renewable energy is becoming an irreversible trend across the globe. From Europe to the US, governments are not only investing in clean energy to deal with climate change but also to reduce their dependence on fossil fuel imports. Especially from Russia, Germany, Europe's largest economy, has boosted wind and solar power generation to become energy self-sufficient, sharply reducing gas imports from Russia. This not only causes economic losses but also deprives Russia of an important tool of power in international negotiations. China, another major market for Russia, has also emerged as a leading producer and exporter of renewable energy. As countries move towards this trend, the fossil fuel market, which Russia once dominated, is shrinking. The energy crisis of 2022 is a case in point. Many European countries are quickly looking for alternative sources of supply and boosting renewable energy, making Russian retaliation less effective than before. Faced with a drop in global demand, Russia will have to find ways to restructure its economy if it does not want to lose its political influence. Internal challenges. Russia struggles to diversify its economy. The transition from an economy based on fossil fuel exports to other industries is necessary but not easy for Russia. Efforts to diversify the economy in recent years, from technology development, agriculture to industrial production, have not yet brought clear results. Russia has difficulty building new economic infrastructure due to a lack of modern technology and external capital, which is hindered by international sanctions. Russia's heavy dependence on oil and gas revenues makes it vulnerable to global economic shocks. If oil prices fall or international demand declines, Russia will struggle to sustain its social welfare programs, defense spending, and infrastructure investments. These pressures could lead to internal instability, as trust in the government wanes. In this context, Russia urgently needs to reform its economic model to adapt to a world that increasingly prioritizes renewable energy. New opportunities or old traps? Russia is at a clean energy crossroads. Despite the challenges, Russia is not completely out of the renewable energy race. Regions such as Siberia and the Far East have great potential for developing wind and solar power. In addition, hydrogen technology, a clean energy source that is growing rapidly globally, could become a new strategic area for Russia if properly invested. However, to succeed, Russia needs to change its strategic thinking from dependence on fossil resources to building a more sustainable economy. This requires Russia to invest heavily in research, technological innovation, and international cooperation. The question is whether Russia is ready to accept change to adapt, or will it continue to exploit traditional resources until they are no longer valuable. While pioneering countries such as the US, Europe, and China are increasingly leading the new energy revolution, Russia is facing a strategic dilemma: adapt to move forward or accept the risk of falling behind in this fierce global competition. The renewable energy revolution is opening up two opposing paths in the global development picture. On one side, Elon Musk represents a vision of the future, where clean energy becomes the foundation of a sustainable world. With a series of breakthrough innovations in wind power, solar power, and energy storage technology, Musk has turned renewable energy into an irreversible trend. On the other side, Russia and President Putin continue to rely on the dominance of fossil fuels. Despite warnings about long-term risks, the confrontation between these two visions is not simply an economic competition, but also a struggle over development philosophy. The pioneering countries in renewable energy are gaining advantages not only in environmental issues but also in geopolitics and the global economy. Meanwhile, conservative countries, dependent on old resources like Russia, face the risk of being left behind if they do not change their strategies in time. Which path will the world choose in the energy future? Energy decisions are not just economic or technological issues, but also strategic choices that will have far-reaching effects on generations. With the success of Elon Musk and the spread of renewable energy, many countries around the world are gradually choosing the path of sustainability. The US, Europe, China, and many other countries are racing to promote clean energy development to both protect the environment and gain a competitive advantage in the new global economy. Meanwhile, Russia, a symbol of the economic model based on fossil fuels, is at a decisive crossroads. Either Russia will adapt by investing heavily in renewable energy and technology, or it will be stuck in a cycle of economic decline and gradually lose its geopolitical influence. The energy future is no longer a question of if, but when. Countries will be forced to change. Countries that pioneer the new trend will have the opportunity to rise to the top of the world order, while countries that are slow to move risk falling behind for decades to come. While governments and large corporations are playing a major role in the energy transition, individuals can also make a significant contribution to this change. Actions such as using environmentally friendly products, supporting renewable energy, and reducing fossil fuel consumption all have a positive long-term impact. Elon Musk, through products such as Tesla electric cars and Powerwall energy storage systems, has given consumers the opportunity to directly participate in the energy revolution. Changing individual and public awareness of the importance of clean energy also helps promote environmentally friendly policies. Messages about protecting the planet, reducing emissions, and sustainable development are spreading, inspiring many people around the world. Anyone can be a part of this revolution by starting with small changes in their daily lives. Ultimately, the world's energy future depends not just on leaders like Elon Musk or Vladimir Putin, but on the choices each of us makes today. What do you think about the confrontation between these two visions? Can Russia change in time, or will it gradually lose its position? Share your opinion in the comments section below.